The following program is brought to you by Naleo TV, the people's platform.
Good times and good conversation. Relax and just take a listen. Here it's a different perspective. Come talk with me. Try to be open to hear it. There is no reason to fear it. This is the reason we're here, so come talk with me. Good times, we're doing something new. Hear it from people just like me and you. Come talk with me. Come talk with me. Come talk with me.
Rolling.
Well, we're here, guys. We made it. Good Times podcast with Naleo TV. We got episode 0 right now.
Yes.
Big Jeremy in the house.
Yup. It's me.
And we got David, the man Alvarez, who got this all going, man.
Man
Dave.
Alvarez. I don't want that man, but
What is it in Naleo? What is your role here? What is your title?
So my title is director of production, which means I pretty much handle a lot of things besides production. I mean, just planning with our outreach and everything like that too. So getting our community creators involved, or working with our entire staff, helping make sure they're equipped and everything. But mainly directing live sports broadcasts, directing documentary edits, pretty much anything that happens here.
So since we're getting into this is how this podcast got started. Before we get into what Naleo actually does for our community, if you don't know me, I'm Heston. Last name is Ka'aihue. I'm a community member for a long time. Lived in Hilo a long time. Moved here from Outer Islands, and I love Hilo now. Started a Goodtimes comedy club about 3 years ago in 2023. And February of 2026 makes 3 years. Oh. And anytime you start a comedy club, people ask you if you can MC. And what I really wanted to do for a long time is do this podcast. So I'd like to thank Dave, because it was kind of a cool story. I called Dave up because I knew he was here at Naleo. And Hilo's a small town, and they said that, hey, Naleo has a podcast room. And I just wanted, I was just going to go and, check out Dave's equipment and see what I actually need. And lo and behold, we're here today. It's kind of funny. He was telling me, hey, it's going to cost about production costs. He started rambling out the numbers. And I said, hey, Dave, I just want to buy the equipment and show him, I want to take some classes, learn how it goes. So it's kind of how this all got started. And one thing led to another. Dave calls me up and says, hey, you want to do podcast with Naleo? And here we are.
Yeah, and I think the number one thing is, like, for me, coming from the production side, I know how much work it takes to do a podcast. So I know you wanted to, I know we talked about, you wanted to learn it all and everything like that, but it's very extensive, and there's
I'm
a lot.
Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dreamer.
I know it's possible. The amount you hustle and the amount you do, but I think the main purpose why, one, I love you as a person. That's why I know you for so long.
Thank you.
Then on top of that was, I see a great vision of this podcast being. You have such a great personality, and the people that you can connect to, and how you can really highlight the raw stories of all the individuals that we have in this island. I mean, I just saw that, okay, that's Naleo's vision too, is connecting our community and sharing those stories. So
Right. And it's funny because the only reason why I wanted to do a podcast without any ties is because you are, with Naleo, we do have constraints, but because it's public TV, we can kind of go crazy on here.
Yeah. Be ready for the craziness.
So long we don't get naked.
I don't know about trees.
Wait, we don't have the naked segment.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, you can handle your shirt. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. What is the cans and cannot do's?
Yeah, let's go over that. Let's go over that.
I mean, one thing again, we're a community access television station. Our main purpose is to for the community or the people of this island to be able to express their freedom of speech through and get their videos or voice onto our platform, which is Naleo TV, the channels 53, 54, 55 on cable. So we're that platform that gives access to the community to share their hearts and stories. But there is some things that we got to avoid, for number one thing on Naleo, we always stay neutral because, again, we have no bias on any demographic, any political statement or anything like that. We try to make sure that we allow the community to share their hearts, their stories. So I mean, for this podcast, knowing there's going to be a lot of people coming in, diverse.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it for our podcast.
That was limited. It's limited.
No, sorry. So what we're doing here today with this podcast, anybody can come in here and do a podcast, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So just to let the community know that this can be for anybody. Maybe not this setup because it's super cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's a good time one. Yeah.
Buy your own pillows.
Buy your own pillows. I mean, but for the most part, the main things that we can't do on television sake is commercializing, such as that, politically campaigning, and no hate speech. I mean, we're not here to. We're here for a good time. We're not here to hate at all. Yeah. But of course, but that's like a few things that we just got to make sure we avoid.
Right.
And again, that's mainly to respect the freedom of speech and respect everybody in our community.
It kind of falls in line with being from Hawaii, being just people of Hawaii. We kind of respect everybody. I mean, they call it the melting pot of the Pacific for a reason. But, you know, like if you're not getting teased, then you're kind of left out. That means we don't really like you.
We don't like you as much.
Nah, so if we get on top of you a little bit, you know, that we love you.
You're part of the circle.
We're just trying to make you better.
No, definitely.
If you're being bullied, you're being liked.
Yes,
exactly.
Bullying,
extra love.
I had a lot of girls bully me in high school, and when I go to my grandma's house, they'd be like, "Cause they like you." I said, "They must really like me because she punched me in the face the other day."
Wait, how old is this? Oh, this was college.
This is just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, was in KTA.
In line picking up the pillows or whatever.
Yeah. So now you explained a lot about Naleo TV with the community. Do you guys provide like classes? Do you guys provide those things that you can come in here and learn about?
Yeah, we definitely we provide a bunch of different classes. This year alone, we're going to be providing a lot of different diverse workshops, whether it's droning workshops, a little bit more advanced editing, lighting workshops.
Wait, droning workshops.
Yeah, we're going to be working with some individuals in our public community that's like licensed. They have experience. We'll be showcasing the side of the cinematic side of utilizing drones, as well as like how fire uses their drones as for safety and checking out zones and areas like that. So we'll have a bunch of workshops that's coming out this year. But for the basic stuff too, we have a basic certification workshop that we have. It's $100 to get into the class, but once you're set up, you get to learn how to use the cameras that we lend out.
Okay.
You can hold the cameras for an entire week, and then we also teach you how to utilize or edit. If you don't have no experience editing at all, we teach you the basics behind editing, so that you can go take the camera out for a week, bring it back, use our edit bays that you can reserve, and edit for a 4-hour session, and get your programs ready so it can air on our channels.
Oh, nice. So I recently took that class, and I had a great time. Mariah was my coordinator, and we had a good time. It was two of us, two other people, and the things you guys go across. Of course, I forgot 95% of everything. It's because I only came that one day, and you can't retain all what you guys teach in that class. Yeah. A lot of it is nice. A lot of it starts with real basic things, basic editing, and the part that kind of blew my mind is it's the storage of your media. Like, so when you're shooting something, I know we all get frustrated like this, and we flick through our phones to find that picture, but how you guys shoot, it's kind of amazing. The things that you guys do in the background or in the back of production is crazy. Like, you guys had files within files with time stamped and dated, so you can go back in your schedule and say, when did we shoot this? Now, you might not have to be that intense when you're doing it for yourself, but I get it when you guys are working with, like hundreds of files, within a year.
I think one main purpose of understanding that is, if anybody's like, one thing we're trying to elevate this industry, right? So the reason on why we're trying to be so organized is, if people are interested into this field and want to get into maybe a potential career in this field, you got to know about organizing your files. You got to know, because you're working on a big team. You're not always working on a solo project. So you got to understand, if there's another editor working with you, and you guys got to bounce projects back and forth, they're going to know exactly where files are.
Right.
They're going to know how to help you on a project. So organization is so key when it comes down to this. And Jeremy back there can probably speak about this a lot for having social media, but you get so much data on so many different things. And when you try to I need to refer to a project back with when, you got to know when. So knowing the date that you filmed it, organizing even what the context was.
if David is like editing on a project or Jazz or Chris is editing on a project, I can like tap in and like just already clip my social clips of whatever I need. So it's like the whole networking of how DaVinci works and how the servers of Facilis works is like, it's like next level.
Yeah.
Because everybody can be on it. You know what I mean? At one time.
Right.
Yeah, and I know that's probably a lot too. We're talking about Facilis and all these other programs.
No, it's cool. I mean, there's people out there that's going to watch this and be like, yeah, I know what they're talking about. And then there's going to be people that's going to just be blown away by what goes behind. Like, Big Germ, you're PrimeFootage. Like, Big Germ is PrimeFootage, right?
Yep.
So, like, he's the reason why this is all going to work is because we got, like, kind of like the trifecta of, we got the space, we got the mind, and we got me, I guess. I don't know what you call me.
The man.
No, it's not even. Like,
We all go back a long time too, like from our
Yes.
beginning of like how we all met. I know. I think for you too is church, right?
yes,
Yeah.
we met at up at church, New Hope.
I was young. I was a lot younger back then too. I think.
But you look exactly the same. It trips me out.
I appreciate that. That's why I'm wearing a hat though, because the hair is getting whiter. So I know
salt
that's a
and
lot
pepper.
different.
He said the hair is getting whiter. He had like 3 hairs that is a little bit white. I was
no
like, bruh,
ways. I got a lot more than that.
come on, just go with your pen. You know, the permanent marker.
No
just
way.
I mean,
a
you know
Sharpie.
what I mean, it is
I have,
what it is.
I have a lot more.
Some call it wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's call it that.
Germ is super smart.
Let's call it wisdom. Let's call it wisdom. No, but yeah, we do go far back. I think I met Germ specifically back 2012. As soon as I got out of high school and I started to get into media and stuff like that, because I've been in this field for over 13 years now, starting off with weddings and projects, working with commercial projects after that, then getting to the live broadcast side and everything. And I've been here at Naleo now for 6.5 years about.
So you just said, so you went from doing photos. Was it photos first or was it
No,
video?
it was actually video, yeah.
So you did video first for weddings, whatever, parties. And then you went to, now you're at live.
Yeah.
So live is way more stress than
No, they both have their own stress, but they're two different fields.
Got it.
So
got it.
cinematographers, there's a lot of stress. I mean, weddings, very high stress. You got one opportunity to shoot. You mess up.
Okay, yes.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not like you can tell the pastor, oh, can you have them kiss again?
yeah.
Because I always wondered, like, I just emceed a wedding, and they were doing this sparkler thing in the back. And like the production that goes into weddings to show people that weren't at the wedding, because you know these weddings nowadays they're inviting only like 60 people, and then they're doing this whole production behind the scenes while everybody else is eating. I was like, I'm emceeing the party. I was like, where's the bride and groom? They were missing for like an hour and a half because there was a production going on in the back. They had sparklers, they had all kinds of streaming, they had all these things going on. And I asked the head coordinator, the wedding coordinator, the planner, which usually they're super crazy. Like I don't think I've met any wedding coordinators that were like just gotta like take a gummy. You know what I mean?
Relax.
Sis.
Relax.
You know what I mean?
No,
and
totally.
then they're stressed out. Then they put it on me, and I'm like, hey, pump your brakes. You know, you're the one that's sparklers in the back with the wedding party.
Bring it up over here so I can talk about it.
No, but the wedding industry has changed like a lot in
has.
like the production field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I got married 24 years ago, and we barely got any pictures. You know what I mean? Our video. There's no camera phones back then, so yeah, it's changed a lot. Like just me working a couple of different weddings, but you know, you still got the real country style, which I can vibe with. You know, but. Man, the productions nowadays, I guess with social media, everybody's trying to like...
Everybody wants to be the main character.
Get a viral clip, get something that makes them out
Well,
there.
that's why we're here now.
Yeah.
I did a wedding. I did a wedding one time, and like they hired us, and they had just a social media person on the side just to keep up with socials.
Yes.
And to me, is
post
like,
as they're going kind of thing.
Yeah, like they
crazy.
take pictures and stuff, like all on like iPhones or whatever, tagging everybody. And then I was just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
What's your favorite thing to shoot? What is your favorite thing?
my favorite thing to shoot probably is, I mean, music is a big one that I always like.
You know, like I had an idea. Like I really like, you know, when so much documentaries are out there right now. So you got these concerts that are documented, you know, the successful ones, the bad ones, right? What I like to see is like a documentary on like practice sessions. Like I think those, because they're so creative. I've been to a couple of practice sessions with groups, because I think it was my shop. I have a warehouse that some of the bands would
Yeah,
go
like
to.
Vaughn from
Vaughn guys,
Positive
yeah,
Motion
would use it
came
once in a while.
through.
And the best is like when they're just jamming, like they're doing their thing, they're done, and then just kind of just start playing, and then they all just start joining in. That to me is magic.
And then even like
Beautiful.
practice sessions alone with bands, like from what I filmed in the past, is like every band is different. Like some people, there's like the slacker ones that's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then there's like the professional ones, like we only have an hour. We need to figure
Yeah.
out our set right here and
Yeah.
get it done. And it's
Well,
just
what do you prefer?
mind-blowing.
What do you prefer, or it just comes together for some reason?
I mean,
Yeah.
for filming, it doesn't matter because there's always character
Content.
reference and
Yeah.
different egos coming aboard. So like when you're filming like the drama or the chaos, like you can see who never practice. You know what I mean? You can see who never look at their notes or
That's
like
classic.
It's always like that, and it's like I even see to this day like people posting on social media like, oh, it would be nice if they practiced, you know, before coming to practice.
For me though, like when you're in that background though, like I love the rawness of a practice like music session, because I do come from like the music background too a little bit, but then I loved it when it's like it turns into a Connie Kapila session where it like
the
fills the
best.
backyard vibes, you know, and then that just makes you fall in love with the music. When a lot of things come too showy, then you lose the joy in it.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
The Connie Kapila, when we were young growing up, it almost seemed like every auntie and uncle knew how to play an instrument.
Yeah,
Or if it's not the ukulele or maybe guitar, it's the spoons. It's
Right.
just the side
Tapping
of
on
the
the
table.
table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is it even like that nowadays?
No.
Like
I think
My
it's
auntie
still-
can jam the spoons real killer though,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think it's still alive. I have faith in the next generation, not ours. Ours, we blew it. Like, if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, we just didn't pay attention. You know what I mean? Like, they still got some guys that can jam.
I
not
mean, now,
that can-
now the
yeah.
generation nowadays just can AI them.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
Their
Suno.
music.
Yeah, Suno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
music.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real.
No, but like, so growing up, I remember a Connie Kapila song that when I knew it was sung, the party was almost over, and that was "Put the Dishes in the Sink."
Put the dishes into. Oh, my dad's gonna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dishes
he
in the
always
sink.
he always
And
sang
then
that
everybody like,
reference.
"Boing."
He always sang that.
That's when you have to
When
rap,
that song
take
came
all the
on,
people
yeah,
off the tables.
the uncles finished all their beers, and they was ready to go home.
That's funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time to go put the.
What about you?
Bring that up.
Remember like one of those Connie Kapila songs? I know.
No, well, like not too much Connie Kapila, but it was kind of at the peak of the party. Was I come from the Hawaiian Puerto Rican side,
Oh.
so you know
Kachi.
the dun 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 dun. And then
Dun,
all
dun,
the
dun,
aunties,
dun,
you know, the electric
dun,
slide
dun,
coming
dun,
up.
It's
So, like,
serious.
that's
The electric slide.
the electric slide.
That was the Hana Home.
That was the
Holy
one.
That was my
one.
way of digging out from
Yeah.
doing the dishes and cleaning
Yeah,
up.
that was the one. Everybody gets you up. The aunties pull you up, and then you start jamming,
Oh.
whatever. But that was a song where everybody was moving. But that's the main song that I can think about. But like for me, Connie Kapila songs was always like when you start getting into the countryside, start slowing down. So like Brooks Dunn, like Neon Moon, and start slowing down like that. That would be like the major song that I always thought about when everybody got up and started moving was Electric Slide.
Nice. That's the song that like in a party's dead.
Yeah.
You put that on, it just comes alive.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
Yep. The
What-
page turner.
And I hate it, but I do go up and do it.
Yeah, he was.
It takes me like maybe two vamps or whatever they call it, two to get
You
to
not
get
the
into
first
it.
guy on the floor.
No, and I like to change it up. I like to change it up a little bit. I like to just
remix.
I just like to add like maybe on little starter
little
step.
step.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like
Step
juke.
to
I
the
like to juke.
side.
I like to juke as
We call that flavor.
it's the running back in me. You know what I mean? Like the juke up. You know what I mean? Like, I was
jab
gonna turn the
step.
other way, auntie. Yeah.
You thought I was going there? No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Then I yell touchdown at the end. But
That's so scream.
But
so.
there's so much variations to the electric slide.
yeah.
But they always start with that one, and then got the shuffle one.
the Cupid
The
shuffle,
Shuffle.
the
And
Casper slide. I think. It was
Casper,
another
yeah,
one.
all that. That's not the same though.
Yeah, that's
Get
more
too much
modern.
stuff.
That's
Clap
more
your hands
modern.
10 times, and turn
Yeah.
it up. Whatever that
But
is.
like
is
the
it? Dance
younger
Dance Revolution,
generation, they
yeah.
eat it up.
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
that
And then they do
generation.
the salsa now.
Cha-cha.
Cha-cha, yeah, cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
Cha-cha
no.
real smooth.
I don't know where we went.
Yeah.
But so we started with how you guys met in media.
Yeah.
So me and Germ, I actually met Big Germ from my nephew,
Yeah.
Justin.
Justin.
Yeah, when he was it during Stick It Away or was it
Yeah,
before
was,
that?
was Stick It Away.
Yeah, so
I think that was like when we would always see each other at the warehouse.
But the classic thing with Germ was when I met Germ for the first time, and then I met Vaughn after that. I called Vaughn Germ.
I didn't know where this is going.
So, so like I'm like that dumb uncle, you know, like, oh, that's just my uncle, no worry. And then I remember Vaughn saying like, "Well, I just let you call me Big Germ for the longest time."
you
know what I mean?
No, but we'd always catch each other's back because like
Yes.
it was between me, Vaughn, and Joey. Like all of us, people would get us all three confused.
Yeah.
And then we would just cover each other's back. So sometimes I'd get on text from Vaughn, well, looks like I was filming at Mauna Lani today. You know what I mean? Or it'd be like Joey, it'd be like, I was at the grocery store and then we started talking about filming and what we was doing. But we would all catch each other's back.
That's cool.
I even had to sign a few ukuleles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so screw. I remember he told me that story, Vaughn. You had to sign it.
I hope you signed it, Big Germ.
I mean, one year at Ho'olaule'a, somebody thought I was Lukela from Ekolu.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like, brother, you can sign my ukulele. I was like, I'm not the guy. And he was kind of ripped. He's like, no, I like you sign him. I was like, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
That's so scream.
Yeah. He must have thought, oh, the guy from Ekolu sucks.
His signatures don't
like-
even look like. What are you doing
Right.
right?
His Big Germ on my
No, not even. I'd sign him like,
Bro.
That's so scream.
Wow, that is funny.
That's so scream.
Yeah,
I've
never got mistaken for anybody cool.
Oh, you know, wait, you know who you remind me of though?
Stop it.
This one guy, it was like back then too. When I met Jerem, I know your nephew Justin too. Was that Colo Boy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the call.
Oh, yeah, this guy. This guy right here. Yeah,
Right here,
that guy
right?
right there.
You remember this guy?
I remember this guy, man. Yeah.
Right? That guy.
You look just like him though.
Yeah.
What?
No, you know what's funny about Colo Boy is he always tries to call me and get back into my life. But shut that down. man.
You done with these
Done.
days already.
Done.
And that's a young Justin Colavio right
Yeah,
there.
that is.
Yeah, he'll be on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is
100%.
hilarious,
You know what I mean?
bro.
But yeah, this is like one of the first projects we actually worked on together too.
Yeah, this is with PrimeFootage.
Yeah.
So we shot this. It's so funny. So we shot this promo for the county fair.
Yeah.
And the funniest part about this is they paid us like, I think we had like a $900 budget back then. And they paid us. And it was only supposed to be like 50 seconds. And this thing is like 8 minutes long. So
Yeah, the whole story going
We had
on.
fun doing this for $800 and they didn't even use them because it was too long. Mahalo County
No,
Fair.
but they did like it. Like it was like such a good piece.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
And Emalani, the late great Emalani is the one who got us this gig. So and she's in the video I think at the end.
Oh,
But yeah, I miss her. I miss her energy. But Colo Boy is probably not gonna come back anytime soon.
Okay.
Retired or
Nah, he might get chance, but
Yeah,
so.
you never know. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
surprise feature.
maybe on Bingo Bash.
Yeah,
That is so
bingo bash.
Oh no, bingo bash.
Well, I think that was all the circles that I know we connected.
Yeah, that
I
was
remember
like all our
that. Again, back to Justin. No, your nephew.
Yeah.
that was
So it was funny. Bingo Bash was like, we had like at the biggest event, we probably had like 1,600 people
Yeah, it's
doing some
Songa
illegal
Hall,
gambling,
Songa
some
Hall.
illegal
Yeah.
gambling right inside a Hilo. It was so funny. It was like, and no cops showed up. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had it all over our social medias, and
Yeah,
no,
and all kind of different people. That's important people. That was
yeah.
there, you know?
No, but the funny part about bingo is everybody loves bingo,
Yeah.
and you know Hawaii, like we should like legalize some form of that style of play. Like bingo is great, you know. You get multi generations of people. At one of the biggest bingo bashes that we ever had with Stick It Hawaii, we had grandchildren playing with their grandparents.
I was going to say, I do remember that.
It was like chicken skin. When I was on stage, it blew me away. Like, how do you get, like, besides the Pokemon, you go in the park and play, and grandma drops you off at the park and lets you run around.
How does she
Bingo
get it?
it was amazing. We had it at Songa Hall. And, like, shucks, if you can go back and watch some of those videos, I mean,
Yeah, I know.
it was neat. You were part of that, too,
Yeah,
right? With the
I-
media.
I
And
think
Jerem was?
I think
I
what did we
filmed
do?
it.
We did like 3 or 4 different events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The nice thing is, one time you guys flew a drone in the Songa Hall.
Yeah, that was the Songa Hall one,
Yeah.
and then like the stickers went up.
Yeah. So it was amazing event. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of strain on the people. But when you see all those people enjoy,
Yeah.
that brings joy to us. And kind of goes right into Goodtimes, the comedy club. So with Goodtimes, it was the thought came out like right after COVID when we were still shut down and we had to wear masks, and I was getting upset and depressed about what the heck is going on. This is not like we live in a free country, and I was like, why am I so mad? And then that's when I was like, you know what? I think I gotta step back, reset, and then we came up with in 2023. We came up with Goodtimes and just trying to make people laugh. We started charging only $10. Local comedians would come out, and starting it, I always wanted to make it positive and make it fun, and it's still going. And we just had a show on Saturday, and we had a great time. We're bringing in comics from the mainland. We're bringing in like Augie, Andy, Kaleo Pilanka.
Awesome.
Not even. Like it wasn't even 3 years yet, and I feel so blessed to be a part of all of this. What's going on, and then now we got this going on, and wow, I'm excited. Well, so excited.
I mean, it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like with shows, and then you can just boom, like, bro, let me get you on the podcast.
Yeah, but I think on the side of back to you talk about the bingo bash, seeing the grandparents with the keiki like connecting. I think that really showcased even what you're doing now. It's community driven. Yeah, it's the whole purpose of getting everybody in the community together to have a good time, to relax from the. I mean, you know how stressful the world is nowadays. Everybody has their things that they're going through and everything like that. But to have a good time, people got to realize that, hey, yes, let's step back. Let's enjoy the moments we have in front with our family and our community. Yeah. And let's get involved, or let's get just be a part of it.
So my big goal for this, for the community, if you don't mind me, just because you kind of made me feel like real passionate, getting a little chicken skin. Awesome. But so when I grew up in elementary, I went to Kainalu Elementary School in Kailua. And I don't know if you guys had this here, but Frank DeLima would come once a year. You guys had that too, right?
I had that too.
I want to bring that back.
Yeah.
And we're trying to start a foundation called Ha'aha'a Foundation. Ha'aha'a is humble, but ha'aha'a, when you're laughing.
I like that.
So it's like a foundation where I want to start that to maybe a nonprofit or could be for profit, whatever. But I want to make it where we can get monies from people, whether it be if you come to our shows. Yeah. But a part of what we make, we want to fly in comics. And we want to work with the DOE. So this is something that I'm just bringing up, because, if you don't say, for me, everything that's happened in my life, I would just speak into existence. If you're going to keep quiet, either in your heart, in your mind, or through your mouth, but me, I'm Portuguese, so everything comes out of my mouth.
And hands.
And not everything comes to fruition, but I speak it, somebody hears it, and maybe they can help. But, just getting that laughter back in our schools, we can talk about bullying. Augie Tomba, his daughter has Brave. She does Brave, and it's an awesome nonprofit that works with bullied kids and things like that. I think she works at Hawaiian Airlines. I hope I'm getting it right, but Germ can fact check me later. Disclaimer, allegedly she has Brave. So I'm learning these podcast words that we got to use, and it's my opinion. But just to get because bullying can happen. Before we get bullied, we go home. Bullying is pal. But now you get bullied at school, and then you go home, you got to check your phone, you're still getting bullied. Yeah. So to combat that with laughter, the bullies, a lot of times that when I seen a bully, because, I was a bully growing up. No. When I was, for real, I wasn't. Look at me, dude. I was
about to say, what would you tell us?
I'd be like, come on, what?
Why are you so tall?
I'll take your lunch. Give me your lunch, bunny. No, I was never a bully because, bullies usually got to look down.
You'd rally the bullies.
Yes, I'd be like, boys, come on, let's go. And then I'll get stomped on. Where was I going? Okay, so with all this, turning, because a bully to me is somebody who just needs to be loved.
Yeah.
And they lash out in that way. I mean, got some guys that just born a bully, but you got the guys who become through hurt, maybe pain, and laughter can really separate. I did an event and had these guys, gangster looking guys, like scrappers. You could tell, tattoos on the neck, fat gold chains. Once they start laughing, you know what I mean?
It's different.
It's different. The vibe changes. You know what I mean? So laughter does bring healing. It brings joy. It brings that positive energy that I think
I forget who said it, and it might have been even Frank DeLima back when. Can fact check me, but what's it called? Talking about how allegedly, but how
this is his opinion.
It's okay to It's okay. The reason a lot of comedy that happens back in the day on Hawaii was like, it was actually racist. It was like, oh, you Portuguese because you talk so much.
Right.
But it's okay. It's like being okay with our flaws and being okay with who we are.
Yes.
And then trying to make it, instead of like back to bullying side, oh, we can make fun of each other as long as it comes with a warm heart, not necessarily like speaking down to somebody. You know, like that's the difference between bullying and actually having fun and joking around with somebody.
Well, it's the mutual part of
Mutual, yeah.
like
the exchange.
Oh shoot, what is the word? What is the word, Germ? When you're just going back at each other, back and forth. It's fun. It's like
Banter.
The banter, bickering.
yes,
whatever.
it's
Banter.
the banter.
Yeah,
I like
banter,
that.
yeah.
So it's like you're just doing that banter, you know,
Yeah.
like. And what we're doing is we're just pointing out flaws, but in pointing out the flaws when they're friends, you kind of want them to grow out of that flaw.
Yep.
You know, like we keep
Yeah.
pointing out, hey, man, you know, clean up, you know. Put your stuff away. Put your stuff away.
Yeah.
That's my wife. Like I don't like that's to me. Like she's like
Yeah.
when you guys are talking about being organized in this thing. That's why you guys are here because she's like, oh my gosh. If she was here right now, she's like, he's not organized at all.
Yeah.
Where's this script?
I mean, she should be on an episode too.
She
no?
she
Oh,
will
yeah.
be. Yeah,
Yeah.
she will
Perfect.
be. She doesn't want to be, but she will be.
I mean,
Yeah. She asked me how much does it pay, and I
Oh.
was like, actually, you pay me.
Wow.
It's a community
No, no.
service. It's community
This is
service.
community
Just
service.
for a
It
good
is.
time.
For a
you
good
know?
time, yeah.
Yeah.
You have you'll get a good time from this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a good time.
No, but that's awesome though.
So with the origin of this now. So we're going back to that when I came in here and I said, hey, can I get this done with 10 grand? And you're like, you can get it done with 6 grand or whatever. And then people started sending me things and then you called me back the very next day and you said, let's do it here and let's collab. So the Good Times and the Naleo TV, now we're collabing and then now we got Big Germ. So the coolest part about what's happening right now is I feel like this is the moment that this was supposed to start, about a year and a half ago. Somebody was telling me that, hey, you should go check out Naleo TV because they have a podcast room. I was like, oh yeah, I would love to. And you know me, I'm like the type where like, yeah, I'll go there and help them out. Like, and I'll do podcasts and they can, you know, like, and that's the attitude I had, not knowing how much is involved in it, you know? But if I came back then a year and a half ago, this wouldn't have been happening now because
No.
Yeah.
I just found that
100%
Germ came on. How long ago did you come on with Naleo?
Came on
June
back
or July?
in July, the beginning of July, but I
2025, yeah.
hopped in like during May on the graduation
Yes.
commencements because David needed just
He
extra.
pooed you in.
Yeah,
He
so
pooed you in.
That's when
Yeah.
David, I mean, he's been trying to pull me in for a long time.
Yeah, I've been asking this guy for a long time to see if he wanted to partner with us because I know his network, I know his ability, I know what he does on social media and everything like that. And what we're trying to do here at Naleo is really elevate all sides of content creation, whether it's to, again, back like I said, there's live broadcasts, there's documentaries and cinematography, but there's also social media. Everybody wants to be on social
That's
media.
a big one, right?
That's a huge one.
Yeah,
So,
it's huge.
Yeah.
And then the reason why I came on board is like after the commencements, like me, I've always wanted to like give back and teach kids, right? And then when I seen the commencements and I was like, okay, this is what we about. Dave's the director, Ash is the president. Okay, we're gonna move in different ways.
So there's good
Into
people.
there's good
people. There's good
move
beats,
in ways we're going to shock community, and like that's how I've always been with my own brand. You know what I mean?
Well,
But,
I've
like,
always loved Prime Footage. Everything you put out is.
but
like,
it's good to be like, you know, like for Prime Footage now, it's like it's just hard to find people, right, that have that same mindset of wanting to go bigger. But being here is like I'm working with people that is like-minded, or it's just like, okay, like we need to do this, this, and this, but then we kind of get to clock out. With Prime Footage, like there was no clocking out for me.
yeah.
And that's the difficult part about media. A lot of people don't understand is, and that's why I even talked about this. Even this podcast, there is a lot of potential burnout when you start
Yes.
putting in so much time into this. That's one of the number one struggles a lot of people in this industry get. Even people who's doing podcasts, if you're trying to do it on a consistent
Yeah.
basis.
I mean, I've
But-
hit burnout last year and the year before. Like, always
From
towards, like,
putting out your stuff on Prime Footage.
just constant pressure, constant like, okay, like the beginning of like last year is like I was gone every weekend. You know what I mean? You're gone every weekend and you come home. Then Monday you're like making sure everything's set, and then Tuesday you're doing edit, then Wednesday you're like delivering. Sometimes it's like you're doing it the same day, and it's just like that consistency. Like there was no balance. Like there was no on and off switch.
There wasn't like an 8 to 5. in
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was
doing.
very hard for me to find balance in what I was doing.
But then I think the number one thing, like back to community and teamwork, coming together. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. I think, like what you were just saying, like-minded individuals. But that's why I enjoy being here, because the same is we're like-minded individuals with same vision, working. We have different ideas, but we can come together and work together on a project. It makes it, you get a little bit more inspired, a little bit more energy when you get to bounce things back with other people. But if you're doing it by yourself, it can be a struggle.
I mean, you've seen like when we just set this all up. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like everyone's jumping in.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
just one person.
That's the cool part about it, because like you guys were just talking about lighting, and I didn't realize how much went into just lighting, you know. So it's kind of neat. And as we grow this podcast, I mean, we're gonna see also the space grow. Like we're gonna be
add some things.
Yeah,
do some
Yeah,
stuff.
things are gonna get added. I might have a
My
bookshelf
wife will
behind
make
me.
pretty things happen, and then maybe hair and makeup.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe hair and makeup. Yeah, I definitely need that. I need both hair and makeup.
Nah, just playing around.
Yeah, costume
Costumes.
designs.
No, well, I mean, sky's the limit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have a space and we have the
Utilize
talent.
it.
You know, we can utilize everything that we have, and we just want to have a good time.
Yeah,
you know?
good time.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what else we have?
What?
Oh, you know what time
It's time. It's
What time
time.
is it? What time is it, Heston?
This is a part of the show that we like to do some snacks. It's snack time. It's snacks. It's snack time. What snack we got today?
Yeah, we got noms.
Nice.
Campfire s'mores.
Nom s'mores.
Campfire s'mores.
I never tried this one. Have
So
you tried?
I gotta
have
be
you tried
honest,
this
I haven't tried a bunch of noms, only the lihimui style
yeah.
with the gummies.
Yeah, I like the
one? They used to
gusher
they used to
lemon
send
peel
me
one.
like all like the old the older stuff, like
Like the
Gusher
expired
and
stuff.
No,
the already like half eaten.
Like, oh, we're just in
I mean,
Big
I
Germ
know,
all the
I know the
expired
two,
stuff.
the two
too.
owners.
I just went and tried this gusher lemon peel. You want the rest of the bag? I send it to you.
So we're not sponsored by noms yet,
You want to try?
but yeah, let's try. Okay,
Yeah.
zip it up. Though.
Here. Oh, you can toss them. You can toss them.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, let's try.
So let's rate it too, like because I've never had is it s'mores chocolate s'mores? Okay.
Oh, this sounds so good. Oh, major.
Wait, let me try and get a little. Gotta clean my palate
Yeah, let's see.
real quick. Oh, this is a big one I got. Let me get a smaller one.
That's what she said.
Here, Kyle. Try.
We just
Secret guy in the corner.
Yeah, we're just gonna be
Everybody's like-
shouting out a name.
Who's Kyle? Oh, this is mean.
So, like,
The marshmallow's nice.
what would you rate that 1 to 10?
So if you like chocolate, I would say this is the one.
This is major.
Yeah. Because what is that? It's marshmallow, so it's a s'more.
It's a
a
s'more.
graham
I
cracker.
think it's a graham cracker, the marshmallow, chocolate, pretty much on
You-
s'more.
Oh, that's nice.
It's
You
like,
guys-
it's
you
like
guys-
a s'more bark. God, they call
So
it.
I would give this like a 8 out of a 10. I would give it 8 out of 10 because I'm not a connoisseur or anything, but
Yeah.
like
For me, it would be like what's it called? Because I had a couple of the other ones, the gusher one and stuff. I like the sweet. I don't eat too much chocolate, but that's like at least a 7 for me. That's some killer. I definitely can't eat too much of that.
I like chocolate.
Oh, he like Conado.
I like
Kyle.
yeah, I like another one.
let's just show it so if people want to try
Yeah,
it.
you know what I mean. It's this one right there. Cool.
And you know what's cool
But I
about
just wanted another
you know what's
one.
cool about we're gonna try and do snack time every
Yeah.
time. So
yeah.
what's cool about this is like we're buying the product, so it's not like we gotta talk. We can be honest about it. You know what I mean?
and
I
this
don't
is
want
our
to.
own-
This wasn't biased or given.
This is not a bias. So
Coming in.
This is Nom's Campfire S'mores Chocolate Bark. You know, what's cool about this stuff is like you can buy this in any store now. You can I think you can buy it everywhere.
Everywhere.
But
It's at
the
all
crazy
the
part
shopping
is
stores.
what I've been noticing now. I don't know if anybody else notices in Hilo. There's a lot of bake stands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My
You
wife
guys-
tells me about all of them. Oh, can we go to this stand? Can we go to this stand?
And the coolest part about these bake stands is people just illegally doing it right outside their house, right? And-
Is it
and
really illegal?
I no, I think it's
No,
I don't know if you have to have a permit or not, but
I think there's something. I might have to fact check myself.
yeah, let's do it.
But like,
Allegedly,
I think baked goods. There's some type of loophole.
right? But the cool part about these bake stands, my wife will go, and one time she brought home some fried rice and some other things. And I think it's smart because you got to cook for your kids anyway when they get up in the morning. So just package some of it, throw it in the front of your yard, in a makeshift.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Like,
That
but
makes a
some of
profit.
them are beautiful looking,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And they're all based, what do you call that? Honor system.
Yeah.
So
see?
That's what blows my mind though, which
According
is
to
awesome.
ChatGPT,
So here, let's
legal.
go. So if you're selling homemade baked goods from your home kitchen, Hawaii allows homemade food products, cottage food style, that are exempt from needing any food establishment permit as long as you follow the rules. Okay, what are the rules? You want to read the rules?
Stuff that doesn't
yeah.
need refrigeration. So all these guys
So yeah, I
with
see
the coolers.
cookies.
Not supposed. Oh,
So all these drinks from the coolers. Huh?
So matcha is not on there.
Yeah.
so
But I see cookies, brownies, muffins, breads, dry snack stuff. Doesn't need refrigeration.
oh, that's cool. So it can't be like you can't have like poke bowls.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, so it can't be refrigerated stuff.
Okay.
That's cool. But like so. Maybe I shouldn't say the place that I got my fried rice from because I don't think you're supposed to do fried rice.
I mean, yeah.
But the cool thing about this is for me, so I'm an entrepreneur. So the cool thing I like about this is say if you're a stay-at-home mom
Yeah.
and you like to bake and bro, have at it. I hope that these things pop up.
Yeah.
I hope we get like 50 to 60 pop up around all these
I like
neighborhoods.
the bake stands because I miss like, you know what I mean? I live in Pontiac, so I miss like all those trucks
Yeah.
that used to just line up and be like, hey, I get fish over here. Yeah, I get OP.
Yeah, 'cause
over
they
here.
booted
I get
everybody out,
halal.
right?
And then they just boot everybody
But
out.
you know what? Like one good thing about like these two is like there's actually so much recipes around this island and talented individuals that's not cooking at a restaurant or whatever. This is the opportunity you can share their killer grinds with everybody.
And you know, like I've always wanted to open a restaurant where like you cook stuff like this.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
like you just open up and like, oh, what's on the menu? Like everybody has their hamburger steak plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to like eat like sometimes I like eat like one tuna omelet, or I like eat corned beef and onion.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Those
Yeah.
things like, oh, where I can get on good corned beef and onion.
Where do you?
at home.
Where do you get
yeah,
them?
at
Killer-
home. So,
At home.
yeah.
I like when killer corned beef like that crispy
What is
corned beef
your
hash.
go-to local plates?
So I hate to say this right now, but for some reason I've been liking the Korean style plate lunches.
Korean style? Yeah.
But you guys bought one lately. Allegedly, these places are charging about $30 a plate lunch now.
That is
I
insane.
almost paid, and I got some. I was like, "What? How much is my plate?" It was a full plate, cow B. That's why.
What is that like a
Mixed.
5 choice?
You better have gotten a massage with that.
No, it wasn't happy ending plate lunch.
You know.
No, but like, so the go-to plate lunches, for some reason, Blaine's used to always be the one. Was always the spot for before shrimp and terry plate. That was, and I still like when I think about it right now, my mouth is starting to water.
I know.
But I've been making them at home lately. Like I'll get the panko shrimp, and then I'd make my own teriyaki. What about you, Dave? Go-to.
The go-to, like, shoot, I do love my Korean chicken plates, but I just love, like, when in doubt, like, I don't know how I'm feeling on Locomoco. It's just
There you
my
go.
go-to. One simple Locomoco.
Yeah. Locomoco. Gotta have like the cheeseburger on the side too, though.
Oh. I like the Locomoco with the smokies as well.
Oh wow!
The little smokies.
So I know where you're going.
Sometimes I like the
local.
loco.
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
Sometimes I like the locomoco, and then there's some layer of cheese over the whole
Oh.
So you go home and you put the cheese on top.
What kind of cheese, though? Because
you know they charge you like
Kraft
$1.
thing.
singles?
Can be the Kraft singles or just
Whatever you get,
cheddar, whatever I
American.
Because you know they're gonna charge you like $1 a slice.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go home,
$2 right now. But I mean, back to the stands though. I mean, everybody in the community is like looking for opportunities and making an income because I mean, you know how the world is going. It's kind of it's kind of nuts, bro. So
I feel like it's convenient for people too with the bake stands.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
I can cook at night and then just stock them in the morning.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see too. Like, I think some of those stands, like, it's not just the people from that home or whoever's hosting the bake stands. They allow other people to like put their stuff into their bake stands.
Yes.
that's
Yes,
what my wife was
consignment
telling me.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like,
it's been like a collaborative effort.
but
Yeah.
I feel like what's your thought on that honor system of like in my head? How do you?
I would have a hard time with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
most of those bake stands have like ring cams,
Yeah,
so it's
but
like you can still see it. But I'm just like, I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
that's cool.
Brings back the old days where you could leave your car door open.
Okay, so with that honor stands, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's more of a you dropping in the money in the thing,
yeah,
or
I think
you.
or Venmo.
I think or Venmo.
Or Venmo.
Yeah.
You Venmo or leave cash. In
Oh,
there.
you can Venmo. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I love about those is I think the idea is it's not manned, so there's no time out of your there's no time out of your day.
Yeah. It's on AI stand.
But when I show up to those, it's almost like a vending machine, right?
Yeah.
And so when I show up at those, I usually tend to give a little bit more because I like what they're doing.
The service.
And you can count, like, so if everything's $5, you count like there's 15 things on the shelf.
Yeah.
They're gonna make $100 in a day.
Yeah.
So like if you can give a little bit more to those bake stands, maybe the buck will grow. You know what I mean? You never know. So
Gonna be on bakery.
well, a lot of like even that lemonade, the lemonade place at KTA.
On the left side.
That was started at, I think, was just like farmers markets and stuff.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
started. But I love when I see a idea, a good idea turn into like a business
Yeah.
that turns into something for the community. Because small businesses, you got to say, Hilo, we're all about small businesses.
100%.
I mean, we got the biggest small business in town, employing hundreds of people. And, it's I love it. I love this community. Like I said, I'm from Kailua in Oahu, and I lived there in the 80s. And when I moved to Hilo is like how Kailua was. Kailua was like how Hilo is now back in the 80s, where you still know people. Like, I was cruising around with a comic that JJ Curry was in town. Shout out to JJ. Had a good time. He couldn't believe how much people talked to me and not just knew me, but like by name. And I was like, it's a small town. And he's like, no, you're
small town. Yeah.
It's funny, though, like when you got people visiting and you're like, oh, you just know everybody.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
I always
How
get
you
that,
know
yeah.
everybody? Like,
You get that too, right?
Yeah.
You probably get that.
oh,
when
you
people
like
visit.
famous or something? No.
My wife is always like,
know
how do you know that person? Oh, how do you know that person? I mean, media is a great way to engage with so much different people around the.
Totally.
all over the place.
I mean,
man.
How you know that girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just been working with her, I promise.
Oh, for real. It's like we're good looking, we're friendly. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Real charming.
charming.
You know what I mean? The ladies come up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, never. They never come up. Okay, my wife can watch this. They never come up to me. I don't know what you're talking
Nah,
about.
just joking. Just ladies. It's just all the guys.
So long as ladies and not girls.
Yeah.
They be like ladies, tutus. Yeah, they come up to me all the time.
Yeah.
The tutus come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the.
I get the cougars. David can explain that.
I get. Yeah, he does get the.
You get the
cougars.
cougars.
He gets the cougars
Not even
all the
joking.
time.
David's seen it first.
I've seen it firsthand.
Well, if you're a senior watching this, cougars are a good thing. You know what I mean?
You know,
Your prime footage. No.
Yeah. So this is the time of the episode where we're gonna just pull random questions. It's called questions out of a trucker hat.
Yeah.
Let me reach for this.
the
Get
cat
him,
in the
get
hat.
him. You got him.
So we got just a regular trucker hat, and we got some
So-
questions. So
Shit. Toilet paper.
How much
Nah.
do we pull?
So you just one each, we we
Okay.
can answer it.
Okay.
And this is a
Pass.
segment.
Nah.
I guess we're gonna call it one segment. We'll probably have some wow chicka wow wow. And, let's do the bow chicka wow wow. Or
Bow chicka wow wow.
and I guess our
Oh,
guest will go first. Well, you're not really our guest. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
I was almost gonna say, hey, who's having a lot of fun? Like we're in a live studio on this.
Yeah.
Actually,
How
we
you doing
could-
out there?
How you guys doing out there? You could do
Oh, yes.
sound effects already. Our first podcast, we get sound effects.
Is that one?
Yeah, you can just peel them apart.
Perfect.
Okay, right, our first question.
First question,
Sorry,
right.
my handwriting is kind of bad.
Oh, this is you.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's a deep one. What is your favorite guilty pleasure?
Oh, bro.
You wrote
I
those
pro-
questions?
I
Your wife
promise.
would write
My-
those questions.
I promise. I'm not making this up. Okay.
Wow.
I wasn't prepped for this one.
Whoa. Not prep. Whoa.
I don't even know what that means.
I can plead the fit. Yeah.
You
No, so okay, so check this
pass
out.
on that one,
No,
huh?
so check this out. Like I went to Hilo High School, right? And my reading comprehension is a little bit low. What does that mean? Like what?
Hold on, okay.
Your
Guilty
favorite
pleasure.
guilty? Okay, right there, perfect.
There you
Okay.
go.
What does it say?
So my guilty pleasure, the vibe. Okay, wait. So it's
I
like
know what mine
watching. Is this right? Watching random YouTube rabbit
Yeah,
holes.
that's
So vibe is a late night
they're telling
comfort
us.
stuff. I
Got
see.
it. So late night comfort
That's
stuff.
like me. Like, yeah, that's
So I thought it was something different when I heard pleasure.
Yeah, not that kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
oh shoot,
You know
I would
what I
kiss her
mean.
on accident, babe. For oh God,
Yeah.
I promise. I guilty. Well, I had a little bit pleasure. A guilty
got
pleasure
caught.
is a vibe, is like a late night comfort stuff. Like,
Yeah, no. Well, mine is just snacking at night, kind. Like,
Non-stop snacks.
no. To be honest, like, right
what are you,
before-
sugary or salty?
Both salty and sweet.
Whoa, so you go one
it's
after another.
Popcorn with peanut M&Ms.
Stop it.
Yeah, and then I gotta go
What
brush
are
my
you, like
teeth because
6,
I
swine?
get kernel. Yeah, hell yeah. With mochi crunch like that. But I'll be like that, salty and sweet,
Oh, crazy.
or a
crazy.
bowl of cereal.
Okay, so I got mine, and then you can pass your hat to Big Germ. But mine is my go-to karaoke song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
let's hear
perfect for
that.
me.
Oh wait,
So-
and then you gotta give us a little chorus, huh?
So this would be like a hanaho. Like
Okay.
this is like when I killed it, right, at Auntie Young's.
Yes.
And everybody's like, hanaho. Then I'll just do the mellow out the room with some balls rolling from Natural Vibrations.
Nice.
Yeah. And I get the whole crowd into it. Yeah. That's the part because, that's an awesome song. It's an anthem song.
It is.
So
sure.
who can't vibe out with an anthem song at karaoke?
Every time I think of balls rolling, I think of like Ho'olaule'a.
Yeah.
When they play that, everybody,
But it's a chill vibe.
So
yeah.
you were there, right? This past Christmas of 2024, going into 2025. They had a Natural Vibrations concert.
Yeah.
We had a Natural Vibes concert. Hilo Town Market put on this concert. Actually, Polynesian Underground.
Polynesian
And then I was emceeing the event, and I got to sing the Hanaho.
Yeah.
He hopped on.
So
I
sick.
hopped on at the
Yep.
end, and Wayne was like, "What? You gonna finish already, bro? This Hanaho is like 15 minutes." Dog."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Stop! This
he
is my
kept-
dream."
he kept
bro.
looking.
Yeah, I kept looking, and
This
Wayne
is
was
my
like,
time to shine.
No, and the
Wayne was
crazy,
like, "I like to say
and
something."
the crazy part is before the show, he's like, Germ, I really like do something on stage. And then it ended up being something.
Well, so what had happened was Mana set it up. So Mana asked Wayne, because every time we're singing karaoke, Mana would FaceTime Wayne and FaceTime with all of us as I'm singing. So the first thing Mana said was like, after the whole thing, he told me, the next day he goes like, yeah, you know what, Wayne, I told him, Wayne, I like my, the MC like sing the Hanaho with you. All Wayne said was like, what, he can keep on tune or what? And he was like, yeah, he get him. And he was like, shoot. So Wayne, mahalo. Shout out to Wayne, Natural
Shout out to
Vibes, bro.
Wayne.
Mahalo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hook
So,
up.
mahalo.
That was your debut. That was your
Yes, that was that's my go-to song, and I actually got to sing it on stage with Natural
so
Vibes.
awesome. What
that is,
So
Germ,
but the
what you
drums
got?
get the last question.
what superpower would you use?
That's a good
Oh,
one, bruh.
superpower.
So any
I
superpower.
mean, I already have superpowers.
Yeah. He's the whiz. He's the whiz.
Some people call me the wizard.
He's the whiz.
I mean,
It-
on superpower.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
People call you the wizard.
yeah.
So what superpower does a wizard have?
Everything, pretty much. They can control anything, like
Magic.
magic. Yeah.
Like,
He make magic.
yeah, make magic. I mean, how the wizard started, like that's like a nickname. It happened because my friend like needed help with like an edit, and then he didn't realize like you could do certain things. So like when I was piecing it together, he was like, "You're like a wizard," and then he kept saying it, and then it just kept trending to everybody else.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
And then that's how it stuck. Yeah.
Awesome.
shucks, it's kind of like me and the like handsome,
Yeah.
That's like me. That's like me, but like that's
like when
like
you
what's up,
come out
handsome?
handsome,
Yeah.
and
But that's like
then
me,
you
like-
still stay handsome.
baboos.
But what superpower would you guys want?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. I know. I already knew mine as soon as you said superpower.
People calling you handsome.
I just like grow
Yeah,
tall.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just like grow tall.
I like his superpower. I like handsome. That'll be a good one. No, I think we like freaking speed or something like that. Super speed or fast.
Super speed.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah.
Flash. So you can get everything done real quick and
Yep.
then watch
speed,
Netflix.
Speed edits.
Chill
Boom.
and watch
Relax. You know?
Netflix.
Speed edits. Bro.
Mine would be flying.
Right.
Yeah, flying would be a fun
Yeah.
one.
Then I can pick up all the honeys.
Yeah.
Would be first
yeah.
my wife first.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only honeys.
Talking about the honey jars.
And then the jars of honey at the store.
No,
after
because
that.
you figure if you can fly, you can get anywhere
No, yeah.
super fast. Or what if he's flying like on a propeller plane?
super
Like-
slow. yeah, you can
Oh,
fly,
like-
but
oh,
it's more of a
fly super
hover.
slow.
Yeah, it's more of a slow
Yeah.
hover. Like, take me like.
It's like you get your superpower and
Yeah.
you just go
Yeah.
at 5 miles an hour.
Because like
Yeah,
you could be
super
fast, but I can fly close to the ground fast. So
Yeah.
flying might be
Yeah.
unless you know what I mean. Like I'm not saying yours is junk.
But I could run across the water.
Then
like Jesus.
Oh yeah, Porto.
That's true because they show that, yeah, because you're so fast that you're just floating
Run on
across the water.
Mm-hmm.
But I can fly over the water too, and I can make my feet
True.
as I fly.
True.
Just fake them out.
No, so for me, I'm encompassing all of Superman right now, and I can only fly, but I
So
cannot punch you through a wall
Or laser
You know what I mean?
eyes or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too good.
What about yours, one? What was yours?
His was
I'm a wizard.
Wizard. Yeah.
So-
That's a sick one.
okay. So
But I feel like wizards can do everything.
no, yeah,
yeah.
So pick one thing.
Because that's like-
No,
Yeah.
but like it's
Okay.
an overall thing, you know.
but just pick another one.
That's a
Nah.
superpower.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That
You
is.
know what I mean?
But
nah, one
So you
would-
like
one-
being
one
Harry
would be
Potter?
like
Oh.
holding my breath, like
Oh,
like
Aquaman.
Aquaman style stuff.
Good one.
so you like being on fish?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So let's rate which one's is the best because I think mine's is the best. You can tell who's the big dreamer. Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
I mean, but what
It
if,
just depends on how fast you fly. I think that's
you know
the
what I
difference.
mean?
I go fly. He was like super
You
slow.
never know. You might hear an airplane and you power.
Oh, yeah.
You
And he
know?
wasn't looking left or right in the clouds. Get cleaned out.
He just said he wanted to fly. You gotta be flying with invincibility.
Try look up what is the most popular superpower that people pick up that people want to be.
Invisibility, I think.
You think so?
I think that might be one.
Ooh, that's for all the introverts.
Yeah, I think so.
The
What
most
is
popular superpower is usually flying. Yes.
Oh no, it says
Oh,
the
teleport
most
is
popular
even better.
superpower is actually
Invis-
invisibility.
runner-up.
Oh, invisibility.
Runner-
Oh, you're right.
Runners
Oh,
up.
did you
is
look that
flying.
No, I didn't.
So invisibility.
Teleportation.
Wow, there's a
Yeah.
lot of depressed people out there.
To be honest, there is.
Okay, let's pray for them.
Yeah.
No, so invisibility. Then the runner-up is flying.
Yeah.
Teleporting is
That's
even
a killer
that's
one. Yeah,
better because that's super fast.
Yeah, I would say like you know what, teleporting would be the one.
Super strength. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mind
Mind
reading.
reading.
Oh,
I don't-
that's a curse, bro.
I don't like do that.
That's a curse because if I could read my wife's mind,
Oh my gosh.
done, bro. I'll be
Oh,
done.
maybe that'd be a good thing.
I'd be like,
If I-
for real.
I don't know if that would be a good thing because you'd be reading like
No, because then I could understand my wife better. Maybe.
Oh no, that's like what women want. What women want.
no,
to be.
yeah.
That was a
gonna
curse,
be,
bro.
Gonna be more worse. You know what I mean? You're just gonna be going from thought to thought to
Yeah,
thought to
yeah,
thought to
yeah,
thought.
yeah.
And imagine if you walk in like the mall and you get everybody like,
No, yeah.
oh, I
No,
gotta
thank
pay my
you.
bills and like,
Stress,
you know what I mean?
the
I hate my
stress.
husband,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Oh, having a horrible day.
Or if you could turn them off only when you needed to, but like still, it would be used once in a while, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do mind reading. Definitely teleportation. I might have to switch my answer.
Yeah.
It's a killer one.
So guys, I hate to toot my own horn, but bro, I think we got something here, bro.
Yeah.
It's fun. Episode 0, bro. We got in the books. Hey. Thank you, live studio audience.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, get one guy in the back. Super.
Yes,
you know.
We gotta make our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think again back to just real quick is I think there's a lot of potential and opportunity in this, and that's why Naleo and myself is super grateful to be able to partner with Good Times and you, Heston, mainly on top of this podcast because I think you're gonna share a lot of the stories because Naleo TV is the people's platform. We do want to share the stories, and I think you're a great individual that'll bring out the raw stories, the actual people, the raw stories from those individuals, and showcase who they are. Because I feel like a lot of people nowadays need to know the people behind the scenes, not like who they really are, the true facts. Because nowadays a lot of AI, fake news, all this stuff, or some people hold themselves a certain way where that's like. What do you call it? Like not two-faced, but you know what I mean, right? Like
I think people are just afraid to like actually speak their mind now because you know like I think that with what you're saying I think I'm thinking deeper or maybe I missed some of the
People are afraid of getting canceled.
yes that's the cancel, but I think cancel culture is almost done.
Yeah.
Because we're allowed to make mistakes as individuals, and for me I want to, you know, some of these interviews like in the future podcasts, they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough on me. They might be emotional, but you know what? Like, we can affect one person's life who watches this podcast that's going through the same thing one of us or one of the guests go through. That's enough for me. Like, all it needs is one person I can help. With all this production, thousands of dollars, thousands of hours going into this. If we can just help a couple of people here and there, that's what the Good Times podcast should be.
You're
Like,
already winning.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I loved it, man. Episode 0 in the books.
love it.
Episode 0 also can be an O for the origin of Good Times podcast with Naleo TV and a little bit of PrimeFootage sprinkled in. And the biggest part, Oh,
on.
I loved it.
Wow,
Mahalo for the good time.
Because
I
I'm big
appreciate it.
physically. I'm the
know.
biggest spot.
A little bit bigger than me. Yeah.
Robin Big.
Yeah. No, so mahalo again, guys, for tuning in to our episodes. Look forward to more. We'll have a lot more information on the socials on Naleo TV, Good Times Hawaii. We'll have some important information about the podcast and everything we're doing in our community. Mahalo, guys, and thank you for tuning in. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo.
Awesome. Yes.